This is Vicinity 95.3 FM, Ikejile Ijesha. The time is 12 o'clock. I am Oluwafunke Israel with Global News. First headlines. Ministry of Livestock to replace military tanks with agricultural tools to boost food security. Republic of Botswana loads foreign commitment to Africa's development. And China establishes new global mediation in Hong Kong to promote global influence. Now the news in full. The Ministry of Livestock Development has proposed a shift by replacing military equipment with agricultural tools to bolster food security, specifically armored tanks with tractors and machine guns with milking machines. Minister of Livestock Development Dr. Abu discussed this at the signing of Memorandum of Understanding MOU between the National Counterterrorism Center, Office of the National Security Advisor, and International Institute for Tropical Agriculture in Abuja. The collaboration between the Center for Terrorism and the Agriculture Institute was a noble framework for integrating ex-combatants into the normal society to support President Bola Tinubu's agenda on food security. Speaking at the signing of the MOU, Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule, represented by his deputy Dr. Emmanuel Akabe, said it was incumbent on levels of government to support the initiative for collective good in the North Central region, faced with associated security challenges with attendant consequences on its agriculture and other facets of human development. The newly appointed Director General, National Senior Citizen Center, Omobolanle Akinyemi Obey, has pledged to revive the care and inclusive of Nigerian senior citizens. Akinyemi Obey said this during the handover ceremony in Abuja, where she vowed to champion quality health care, lifelong learning, dignity in retirement, and protection from abuse, and a strong voice for senior citizens in national affairs. She said that her appointment was not a privilege, however, it was a solemn responsibility to honor those who had shaped the nation in line with President Bola Tinubu's remedial agenda, reiterating the commitment to build a compassionate, inclusive society. While she commended her predecessor, Dr. Imam Omakaru, for pioneering leadership and vowing to build on her legacy. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, Parliament, and Nigerian government have opened discussions on joint efforts to ensure the successful implementation of the Abidjan-Lagos Corridor Highway project, a critical infrastructure initiative set to boost trade, connectivity, and economic integration across 5 West African countries. A speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, Memonato Ibrahima, disclosed this when she led a parliamentary delegation on court's visit to Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tugar, in Abuja. The 1,028-kilometer highway will span Côte d'Ivoire, Ghana, Togo, Benin, and Nigeria, linking major cities and supporting an urban population projected to exceed 170 million by 2050. Construction is expected to begin in 2026, with completion targeted by 2030. In his remarks, Tugar underscored the importance of the ECOWAS Parliament as a pillar of democratic governance in the region. "12 years after the 2013 civil war forced them to flee, residents of Ai Mata village in Malakal, Opal State had finally returned home. With support from humanitarian agencies, 128 new shelters have been constructed to aid their resettlement. Among the returnees are South Sudanese who had previously fled to Sudan but were displaced due to the ongoing conflict in the war-torn country. Despite the relief of being home, residents raised concerns over the lack of essential services, clean water, health care, and education for their children. The government is actively monitoring the return process to avoid dispute over land ownership and to foster peaceful coexistence among returning families, marked a step forward in South Sudan's broader recovery and peace-building efforts. Speaker of the National Assembly of the Republic of Botswana, Dipapelo Porafis, has lauded China for its commitment to Africa's development. He made this known at the opening of the fourth Dialogue on Exchanges and Mutual Learning Among Civilizations in Dong, China. The event, hosted by the Chinese Association for International Understanding and the People's Government of Gansu Province in China, highlighted China's role as a key partner in Africa's socio-economic transformation. Botswana leaders cited infrastructural projects, technology transfer, and educational exchanges as pillars of cooperation between China and Africa, from railways to digital innovation. Said the partnership exemplifies mutual respect and shared progress under the principles of Global Civilization Initiative. This is Vicinity 95.3 FM, Ikejile, Ijesha. Global News will continue shortly. Thanks for staying tuned. For news updates and live streaming, visit our website at vicinity953fm.com.ng. Send us an email to vicinitynewsroom@gmail.com or call 081 4365 8302 for breaking news. You can also follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Vicinity 95.3 FM. Now the rest of the news. China has signed a convention to launch a new international mediation body in Hong Kong, aiming to boost the city's global status and match the influence of the International Court of Justice. The move comes as global tensions rise, partly driven by past trade conflicts and ongoing economic uncertainty. At the signing ceremony, China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi stated representatives of 32 countries and nearly 20 international organizations present at the convention came from across the world for a common goal to promote the peaceful resolution of disputes and advancing friendship and cooperation. Hong Kong is set to become a major hub for international dispute resolution, with leader John Lee affirming it will stand alongside institutions like the International Court of Justice and the Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague. Turkey has offered to host a summit bringing together the president of the US, Russia, and Ukraine, a move attending the 3-year conflict in Ukraine. As a NATO member, Turkey has worked to balance its ties with both Kyiv and Moscow, positioning itself as a crucial mediator, while US President Donald Trump pushes for a resolution to the conflict. After the first round talks in Istanbul ended in disappointment, President Donald Trump has signaled he's losing patience with Putin and is starting to doubt Moscow's willingness to make peace. Turkey Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan, while on a visit to Kyiv under the direction of Recep Tayyip Erdogan, President of Turkey, revealed expectations for a ceasefire and peace have increased. A bit of sport, and Nasir sporting director Fernando Hierro said he is hopeful an agreement will be reached to extend Cristiano Ronaldo, five-time World Player of the Year, stay at the Saudi Pro League club. According to Hierro, Ronaldo is a constant phenomenon who opened Saudi Arabia's country's football and the country's image to the world. This comes days after Cristiano sparked speculation about his future, saying this chapter is over. He has been at Al Nassr since 2022, and his recent comment on X is a signal of a possible move. 10 Global News, another look at the headlines. The Ministry of Livestock Development has proposed a shift by replacing military equipment with agricultural tools to bolster food security, specifically armored tanks for tractors and machine guns with milking machines. I told you that Speaker of the National Assembly of the Republic of Botswana, Ditapalo Korapese, has lauded foreign commitment to Africa's development. Lastly, you heard China has signed a convention to launch a new international mediation body in Hong Kong, aiming to boost the city's global status and match the influence of the International Court of Justice. Just before we go, the last line: the time is always right to do what is right. That was Global News. It was packaged and edited by Luafin Israel. Thanks for listening. Please stay tuned for News Nationwide at 6 o'clock. Good afternoon.
Radio just got excited.
Let's go.
This is
Vicinity FM 95.9.